CoinDesk joins court proceedings to seek access to NYAG tethered documents, public interests, or trade secret. CoinDesk has joined a legal proceeding between the New York Attorney General's office and Tether and its parent company as part of the news organization's effort to shed light on the reserves backing $78.4 billion of stablecoin. Tether, together with Bitfinex, which owns Tether and cryptocurrency exchange Bitfinex, petitioned the New York State Supreme Court in August to block the NYAG from providing CoinDesk with documents detailing the reserve. CoinDesk is now a party to the case because it has a stake in the outcome, and the publication is arguing that the investing public does too. The public interest in disclosure of the requested information far outweighs any private interest might have, CoinDesk said in a memorandum filed with the court January 4. Neither Tether or the NYAG objected to CoinDesk intervening in the case, according to a December 20 filing signed by lawyers for all three parties. An order permitting the intervention signed by Judge Lawrence L. Love was posted 2 days later. In June 2021, CoinDesk filed a Freedom of Information Law request with NYAG asking for documents obtained during the office's investigation of Tether and Bitfinex, which the companies had settled earlier that year for $18.5 million. The FOIL request also asked for a copy of Tether's submission to the NYAG in May 2021, when the stablecoin issuer published a breakdown of its reserves for the first time. This breakdown was identical to what Tether sent the NYAG's office in accordance with a February settlement, Tether General Counsel Stuart Hoegner said at the time. The NYAG's FOIL officer initially rejected CoinDesk's FOIL request. The news organization appealed, and the appeals officer reversed the decision. In its petition, Tether argued that the exact composition of its reserves is a competitive trade secret and revealing this information would hurt its business. Assistant Attorney General James B. Cooney filed to dismiss Tether's petition on December 6. Chiefly, CoinDesk argued in court papers that disclosing what, specifically, is backing the USDT stablecoin issued by Tether is in the public interest, and therefore should not qualify as a trade secret. Tether itself claimed it had proactively made the decision to publicize its reserve breakdown when announcing its settlement with the NYAG. The filings were signed by the news organization's chief content officer, Michael Casey, and submitted to the court by Lacey H. Kuntz III and Olivia Hayes Franklin, attorneys at Clary's Law PLLC. They argued that the requested information does not fall into any FOIL exemption. CoinDesk's attorneys submitted an expert's affirmation to explain why Tether's documents should be made public. In my opinion, disclosing the information relating to USDT's backing assets would allow its users and the public to properly assess the claims to stability Tether makes and would be beneficial for the functioning of the market, wrote Rabla Ali, general manager of Wadagso Incorporated, a technology company focusing on digital currency and associated market infrastructure. Tether's claim of a secret investment strategy that cannot be disclosed to users does not conform to USDT's purported status as a stable asset supporting the functioning of the market and is more appropriate to a hedge fund, a comparison explicitly made. USDT can either be an exotic investment with a secret investment strategy to match or a stablecoin. It cannot be both. Ali criticized Tether's likening itself to Ray Dalio's hedge fund, Bridgewater Associates, in previous filings with the court. Here is a fundamental difference between the two, he wrote. Bridgewater holds itself out as an investment firm designed to produce returns for its investors, not as a stable asset to facilitate trading elsewhere. Also submitted was an affidavit, signed by the site's executive editor, Mark Hochstein, in support of CoinDesk's answer to the Tether petition. Hochstein noted that New York Attorney General Letitia James said in her press release announcing the settlement that Bitfinex and Tether recklessly and unlawfully covered up massive financial losses to keep their scheme going and protect their bottom lines, and Tether's claims that its virtual currency was fully backed by US dollars at all times was a lie. Tether has until February 4 to file a response to CoinDesk's argument. The court is scheduled to hear the parties' arguments on February 7. Read more. Tether asks court to block NYAG from releasing documents to CoinDesk. Tether's first reserve breakdown shows token 49% backed by unspecified commercial paper. What we know, and don't know, about stablecoins dollar backing. US Fed official calls Tether a challenge to financial stability. The Tether put, crypto equivalent of credit default swap. A bridge, called Tether Millions in crypto, is crossing the Russia-China border daily. There, Tether is king.